everybody, what's good? How are you? Royal Rising. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, September 4th, 2024. I'm Nicole. I am here to tap in with you for today's Mahogany Moment. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody enjoyed their day yesterday. I hope you had a great Tuesday. Um, so what are we going to talk about this morning, collective? I have two decks that I have out here. The first one is the 22 Archangels Oracle, and then the second one is the Spirit Animal Oracle. Those are the two that I was feeling. But this morning, it's so funny. So I was this morning, like doing my regular routine, what have you, and I was getting ready. Went to the grocery store, was putting some stuff away, and so I was like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm about to eat. So I decided to eat some cereal, right? And do you remember when we were kids? This is like probably dated me, but I don't care. Do you remember when we were kids and we would wake up in the mornings and we would like eat cereal and we would read the cereal box and, do whatever activities or, look at the milk carton and I always had like missing children or whatever. We're just, it's funny, I'm mentioning the missing children. Do they still do that? Because Byron asked that the other day. We were watching something. He's like, do you remember that? And I do. But anyways, I digress. So I was, I was like, I was pouring my cereal. I was getting Honey Nut Cheerios, and I was pouring it into the bowl. But I had just bought a new box this morning, so I was putting it away into the container. So I put everything in that container or whatever. So as I put it away in the container, whatever, and I saw the box, I was like, ooh, there was a little activity on the box, and I got super excited, right? And so I was like, it was like help the honeybee find. Help the honeybee find the closest path going from 1 through 40 to the finish line, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I got so excited. It was like I was a little kid again. So I poured my cereal in the bowl, poured my milk, and then I got my Sharpie. I always got a Sharpie around somewhere. So I got the Sharpie out, and I just was like, ooh, I was like, I could do this. I bet you I can do this super fast, right? And so I got my Sharpie out, and I look at the box, and of course, there's so many numbers everywhere. And the first thing I did was like, I already know how to I was like, I know how I can do this fast, right? So I just went back to like my childhood and what I would do. So I would, so technically, well, not technically, but I have ADHD, right? I was diagnosed as an adult. However, things that I do now, and I've learned, the more that I've learned about it, I found out there were things that I did that I thought were completely normal to compensate for the way that I learn. And so because those things seem normal to me and I've always done them, I didn't know that I was compensating for the way that I learned. So the way that my brain works, and the way that I'm wired, I have to look at the finish. I see things from the end and then I come to the beginning. I know most people start, like you'll start from start, right? However, when I have a vision of something, I can clearly see what the end looks like, right? And so in order to get to the end of what the vision looks like, I work my way backwards, right? And it might sound odd to some people, but I always start from like the past or to work my way forward. Not always, but like that's typically when I'm doing a puzzle, whatever. I always try to look at the finished picture and then it comes together. So in saying that, I immediately felt like I was a kid again, right? So I got my Sharpie out and I was like, oh, I can do this fast, right? You remember we used to get time tests for like mathematics and the spelling tests, but it was timed. I used to get time tests and do the multiplications, and oh my gosh, I would always do it in the fastest time, even though math is not my strong point, because my mom is from Barbados and she did not play about our times tables. Like we had to be inside, we would do our homework and learn our multiplication tables afterwards, and she would give us a test at home. Like my mom was no joke, right? So anyways, me again, I get back to the box, I get my Sharpie out, and I start immediately, I look for 40, right? 40 is the finish. So I look at 40 and I see how many options there are, how many number 40s there are. Are there like multiple 40s? There was only one. I said, ooh, there's only one 40. So sure enough, I go 40 and I go all the way, like literally. And you can take multiple paths, but you can go 40, 39, 38. But it was, as soon as I saw the end point, my mind cleared all the other numbers away and I was able to literally trace the path like without stopping, like so fast. And I was like, ooh, right? And I was like, I still got it, right? And I was just having fun, right? And so I just sat there and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I haven't done this in a long time. I haven't like just chilled, just like chilled and read the back of a cereal box or what have you. And I even took a picture of it. Like I was so proud. I was like, I did this such a good job. Like I took a picture on my phone. I'll show you guys. Um, and so I did it and it was so fast and I was so excited and proud. I was like, I'm gonna send this to my mom. Okay, so that's That's my cereal box this morning, and me, and how fast I did. And then I was so proud. See, I took a picture. I was like, I'm gonna send it to my mommy. But anyways, she just laughed at the silliness of me being silly and having fun. Like she's always for me having fun. But anyways, so that led me to think. So I was like, what is it that leads us away from the innocence of having fun? Like, that spirit, that life, like that, just that enjoyment of childhood that we have, just the little things that we appreciate and enjoy. And how, as we grow and we get mature, sometimes we move away from having fun, right? But my whole premise is this: it's like, if I'm not having fun with it, then like it's so hard for me to be a part of anything that it's not fun, even if it's a difficult tour, if it's a difficult task. I try to find the fun and enjoyment in it, right? And if it is difficult, I try to find the fastest way to get through it. I know this sounds like, and when I say the fastest way, it's like I don't try to get stuck in the energy of the unknown or what's difficult. I try to figure out the best route to take, looking at the situation and how I can get out of it, right? So it's kind of like how my brain is wired and how things have been working. And so that just led me and I was thinking like, like we need more fun. Like we as in a collective, like everybody needs to have more fun. And I know life is serious but I feel like the laughter that we have, it just totally, totally transforms your energy, your day. Like have more fun with whatever it is that you're doing. Okay. So that's for, I don't know who's that for. And also it was so funny. So after I had my cereal, I was making more tea, and this morning I made I thought I was thinking about my grandmother, right? Because I was thinking about her anyways, but I was thinking about her this morning, and I could hear her voice because I got Lipton's tea this morning, right? And I usually get like fresh herbs, fresh tea, and I get it made and all that. But anyways, so I got some Lipton's tea this morning, right? So I go in, I got some Lipton's tea, and I come home and I'm making it, and it's so good. I'm enjoying it. Matter of fact, I'm sipping on some right now, and I was like, ooh. Mama would love this, right? This is literally what I'm saying to myself. I was like, Mama would love this. That's what I call my grandma, right? And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make her a cup of tea. No. So I made my grandmother a cup of tea, right? And just how she would make it, like she would put carnation milk in it, but I ain't got no carnation, so I just had to do what I had. So I use what we use, I got almond milk downstairs, so I use almond milk. So I use almond milk. I make the cup of tea. So she would put milk and sugar in her tea, right? And she let it steep. And so I made her a cup of tea, got out, the good china, as she would call it, made a cup of tea and sat it on the altar for her because that was fun, right? I used to get excited at making things with her and having fun. And so this morning in the kitchen, it was like, don't forget that, even when our ancestors, after they transitioned, do the things that they would enjoy to do, right? Yes, you can set up an altar and do all that, but like it was the energy of me still doing the things that she enjoyed to do and having my tea and her having her tea and making it for her. It was so much fun, and it was like me still keeping her memory, alive. She's with me always. I know that, but it was just, oh, so whoever in the collective needs to hear that, like to spend some time or connect with your ancestors, do something that they would like. Go out and enjoy and have fun doing something that reminds you of them, that they would enjoy, and just to, experience the energy of them and to feel them with you, okay? All right, so the two decks that Spirit led me to today are, like I said, the Archangel's Oracle and the Spirit Animal Oracle. So I've already blessed them, I've already cleansed them, and let's shuffle them and see what Spirit wants to share, okay? So the first one is the Archangels. All right. Divine angels and ancestors, I thank you so much for the collective. I thank you for their energy. I thank you for their space, their time. I thank you for their presence here. I ask that you would please provide the messages that you want them to receive today for their highest and greatest good. What is the energy of the day? What would you like to impart on the collective? Wow. Okay. We got one card out so far. That was super. That was came out with, some energy behind it. This one looks like it wants to come out, but it didn't flip over, so. Oh. All right. Okay, all right. So we got 4 cards out from this deck, and I'm going to read them one by one. The first one that we got is Archangel Gabriel, Divine Emergence. It's time to be seen. Don't be afraid of your power and gifts, okay? This is what it looks like. All right. And the second card that we received is Archangel Michael, spiritual acceleration. You're experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. All right. And the next one that we received is Archangel Samuel, relationship assignments. No one crosses your path by chance. Choose to see the deeper reasons for the people in your life. Okay. All right. And the next final card that we got from this is Archangel Daniel, divine discernment. Trust in the messages within. They are divinely guided. I feel like we got this message yesterday, right? That you're divinely guided to trust your intuition. All right. So the energy here that Spirit is communicating with us collective today is that let your gifts shine, okay? Let whatever spiritual gifts, whatever your talents are, to be shine. Don't hide them away, okay? Don't not use them. Use your gifts and let them and share them with others. Let your light shine is what I keep hearing in my head right now. It's just let your light shine. Like, and I hear this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. That's what I'm hearing in my head right now, right? And so let your light shine. If you are going through, I don't know if anybody else is, but I've been feeling a whole lot of ascension symptoms, which means, it was just 9 o'clock when I said that. A lot of ascension symptoms. And I feel like collectively we're feeling them. If you're going through an awakening, another peak period, we're elevating, we're growing. I have been experiencing ascension symptoms, and I'm sure that you guys have as well. And Spirit is here to let you know that you are experiencing them because you are moving forward. You are going into a new timeline, into new energy, into new space. And because of that, this is why you're experiencing those symptoms, and you are rising and experiencing the energies that you will need in this new transition that you are moving into, this new space, okay? Relationship assignments. Everybody that you come in contact with is for a reason, right? And I say this to say, like, I don't believe in coincidences. Like, every time you meet somebody, there's for a particular reason that somebody's brought into your life, whether it's to teach you a lesson, whether it is to make you smile on a day that you didn't feel like smiling. Every single person whose path you cross, I feel like you guys are brought together for a purpose and for a reason, right? And sometimes it's only temporary. It may not be a long period of time. It may not be, a lifetime. It may only be very temporary. It could be as little as, 2 days that you come across with somebody. Let's say you're traveling for work, you're at a conference, and, you sit next to somebody and you guys strike up a conversation and you guys have a lot of talks that day. And throughout your conversation, you guys are learning stuff from each other. And there are takeaways that you take from that experience, right? So even if it's just 2 days, or it can be multitude of months or time or duration, but every single person that you meet brings a purpose and is for a lesson in your life. I truly, truly believe that. And trust in the messages. Because you are going through this spiritual acceleration right now, it's giving you discernment, okay? So trust in the messages that you're receiving and pay attention to them, okay? Do not feel that the messages that you are getting are just, I feel like somebody may be thinking, oh, it's just a coincidence. I mean, I'm hearing it's not a coincidence, okay? You are being divinely guided, and the messages are being divinely sent to you for a purpose and for a reason. And Spirit wants you to pay attention to that, because they're messages and you're being communicated and given tools and things that you'll need to know, experiences that you need to have for what you're going through, okay? All right, so that is the message and the energy that I am feeling from the Spirit for this deck. Okay, I'm going to definitely pull from this as well. And let's see what the Spirit Animal Gold wants to share with us. Oops. All right, divine angels and ancestors, thank you so much for the collective. I ask you to please share with them or us what it is that you would like to impart for today. What do you feel they need to hear, need to know, do, or understand for their highest and greatest good? It smells so good in here. I've got candles lit, got incense lit, I got all the things. But it smells divine. All right, Spirit, what do you want to share with the collective? What do you feel they need to hear today? Okay, so we got 2 cards that fell out. I'm going to go with these 2. The very first one is Peacock Spirit. You know what it says, guys? Do you know what the fucking card says? This is why you cannot make it up. It says, let it shine. Let it shine. Didn't I just say I kept hearing that this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine? I kept hearing that song in my head. It's not for no reason. Okay. The next one that we have is Pig Spirit. Okay, so Peacock Spirit is card number 46. I'm sorry, I meant to tell you that. For those of you that are into numerology, that's card number 46, Let It Shine. And then we got card number 47. What are the odds of getting the next number in sequence? Like, that doesn't happen because this is complete shuffle. Like, these, I've used this deck multiple times. So the fact that we got 46 followed by 47, and the next one is Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. Use your mind wisely. All right. All right, so Peacock Spirit, very simple. Let your light shine. Be like I said, do not dim your light for anyone. Be who you are. Show your authentic self, flaws and all, okay? None of us are perfect. None of us, we all have flaws. We all have things that we need to work on. We all have things that we can all be better and do better, right? And so in that, there's only one you. There's no other person like you on the world. So why try to be anybody other than yourself? Nobody can be you better than you can be you. So just be yourself, right? Let your light shine. Okay. Use your mind wisely, okay? I feel like with this energy here, especially coming right directly after the Peacock Spirit and let your mind shine, let your light shine. Yes, use your mind wisely. Think about what it is that you want to do. Think about what it is you want to create. Think about, sit back and process and put whatever it is that you need to put together within your mind or on paper is what I'm hearing. Like, plan it out if that's what you need to do. If you need to think strategically, then to go ahead and think strategically. However, do not waste your gifts is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's connected to use your mind wisely. Maybe somebody here is an author, a creator, a writer, something that you do with some mental work, maybe even psychology, or even in that spiritual realm, or in some type of mental health work. But I'm hearing to don't waste your gifts and to use your mind wisely. For the use your mind wisely, I'm hearing to use your gifts as well. So maybe it's like I said, it could be like something with writing is what I'm hearing. I keep seeing somebody writing. I'm just seeing somebody in my mind right now. I don't know, just writing. So maybe it's somebody that, like I said, maybe you're working on something, some creative piece that is written. Okay. So that is the energy that I have today for the collective from Spirit. This is what the messages are that Spirit wanted to share with you all. And I pray that it meets you at the perfect divine timing, okay? It's been fun. Have fun, okay? I don't know who needed to hear that, and this message was a little bit longer this morning, but listen, like I said, I'm just letting my light shine, and I am following and being obedient to what Spirit and the divine has me to do. And these messages are going to be as long as they're going to be, or they're going to be as short as they're going to be. I never know what's going to happen. I found out just like you do, okay? So thank you again for tapping in and sharing your time, your space, and your energy with me. As always, I really appreciate you guys, collective. And drop us a note, tap in below and share your experience. Does this message resonate with you? Let me know how. What are you working on? What are some of the fun things that you like to do? What are the spiritual ascension symptoms that you're having or experiencing that you're going through? Let's talk about it, okay? All right, guys, so take care, and thanks again. Until the next time I'm able to spend this time with you, I wish you all the very, very best. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, be well, okay? Ashe, ashe, ashe.